I'm Pastor Bruce, Senior Pastor at Shiloh Messianic Congregation. The Lord is doing great things in these days, and He is returning us, Jeremiah 6:16, to the ancient paths or the ancient ways of doing things. That's His plan for us. I would challenge you, the listener, to really check out some of these things. Maybe read Leviticus 23 and delve into it a little bit, because that, in my estimation, is God's timetable for the end times, all of the different feasts, the festivals, and when we can expect His return, at least at the Moedim, which is the appointed times of these holidays.
What would you say, Pastor Bruce, to someone who says, that's nice, but that's for ancient Israel, Leviticus 23. That's not for Christians
Well,
today.
Leviticus 23 doesn't start off by saying these are the Jewish holidays. Leviticus 23 starts by saying these are the holidays, these are the Moedim, these appointed times of Adonai. So I share with people, if you belong to Adonai, if you are the Lord's people, which Christians are, and some Jews, anybody that knows the Lord is the Lord's people, right? And so He's saying these are for you. Leviticus 23 is for us. It's a timetable, very clear.
What about someone who says the Sabbath is for basically pointing to Christ? When Christ came, the shadow of the Sabbath was fulfilled in Jesus, and now we don't need the shadow anymore. We have our Sabbath rest in Christ.
Well, it's true. It is a type and shadow. But Christians celebrate Easter every year, and what is that? He didn't raise on that particular day. That's a remembrance. It's a memorial. And so that's the same thing with the Sabbath. We're rehearsing for the end of time. The seventh day is symbolic of being the 7,000th year of mankind, the millennial reign, where we enter into the peace of the Lord. So, yeah, it is a type and shadow, but it's also the day that we're commanded to meet with the Lord. And if you want to be like Jesus, like Yeshua, you need to keep the Sabbath, because the New Testament tells us very clearly it was His habit to keep the Sabbath, the Shabbat. And the Shabbat is the seventh day of the week. It's on Saturday. It is not Sunday. We can worship the Lord any day of the week, absolutely. However, the Sabbath is the Sabbath. In fact, in the Hebrew language, the days of the week aren't even named until you come to Sabbath. It's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, Shabbat. And that shows us something. It tells us how important the Shabbat is to God, and how profane, and profane means ordinary, are the other 6 days of the week. So Shabbat is very, very important. Arguably one of the most important things in the Bible, next to Yeshua, of course. And we need to really bring that into our course of action for our faith. The Lord bless you, and shalom.